Good morning. Welcome to Darlington Covered Bridge out here in western Indiana near the town of Darlington. As usual, you can see I've picked another cloudless morning with the sun coming up to come out and take pictures in. Now, I don't know why, I seem to have terrible luck. It's either no clouds or so clouded you can't see the sun. But we're going to try to find a composition today as we in this area to see if we can capture Darlington Covered Bridge. So come along. Let's see what we can find here. Just take you along. You can see this is the bridge here. See some of the surrounding area. This is a bridge you can no longer drive across. Alright, they've got it blocked off so you can't. Now certainly this time of year, being March, is not the best time of year to come and take an image here. Certainly the summer, spring, or even the fall, hopefully with some colors, would be fantastic. But you know, as you can see, off here in the distance, you can see off in the distance the sun is coming up. The sky's kind of starting to grab some color, which is great. But no clouds or anything to reflect it off of, so as usual, we'll find something. We'll find a composition here somewhere. Try to get an image this morning. Alright, so here we are. Composition chosen, set up, so you can kind of get a feel for it. Alright, so we're here. See the camera down here on a tripod. Alright, using my 15 to 35. Alright, using the rock here in the foreground, the foreground element. Alright, you can see a little bit of the tree off here to the right. It's a little bit distracting, but it's there. Alright, and then you got the bridge in the background. You can see here, and you can see the stream, using a circular polarizer to try to cut down some of the glare. All right, and give you an idea. You can just tell that it's 27 degrees out this morning, and you can see the steam or the fog coming up off the water. I mean, it's a really nice area. It would be a lot better, I think, again in the fall, but still fantastic spot to capture an image. So we're going to do that. Capture a couple here, and I will. Matter of fact, I think what I'll do here is I'm going to show you the back of my camera. What happened? What has it got, like a limit on it or something? Alright. First time using this camera, so I'm kind of looking or having a hard time, but here you can see the back of my camera, so you can see the image. And what where I'm at is I'm at f11 with a 1 second shutter speed. You can see the sun, some of the color here on the other side of the trees. All right, so then what do you get from doing that? Kind of hard to tell in the back of a camera, but pretty decent. All right, nice shot. You can see the water's moving. Again, if there were some color in the trees or some, it'd be a little bit nicer, but still simple image. Great time to be out. So again, while we're here looking at this, and it kind of crops out when we're doing a video from the camera, but as you can see, here's the rock in the foreground, and you can see the tree over here, a little bit distracting, but you really can't do a lot with it. All right, because you want to get the rock in the foreground. All right, and if you look here, you can see the bridge out in front of us. Yeah. All right, so we're sitting here taking a picture of the bridge. The sky behind me, started to turn pink. So we're not going to miss out an opportunity to get a shot of that. So as you can see, I'm working on a composition here in a vertical application to try to capture that. So let's see what we can get out of that. I got to do some settings and make some adjustments. Alright, see where we're at from an exposure standpoint. A little overexposed. I like to shoot a little under, about a third. Alright, we're focused in on the end of this tree here. Let's see what we get. Now normally what I do when I shoot these things is I'll put a 2-second shutter delay. Alright, this morning I haven't done that. Now you can do that by touching this. Alright, and you go here and you can see this is where your shutter speed is. Alright, just go out here and touch 2. Alright, now all of a sudden you've got a 2-second shutter delay. And what that does is it gives the camera and the tripod a chance to stop shaking or vibration from your hand, which makes anything where you've got a long, shutter time, it'll give it a chance to stabilize. Let's try that one more time. Now we can also change where we focus pretty much by touching the back of the camera, and then of course that'll change the light itself. So you want to again adjust for exposure for that, and I like to be about a third under. All right, right now I'm sitting at f14. I'm going to change that as well. I'm going to go back down to f11. All right, and then we'll adjust accordingly. Now what I don't like is I'm not capturing all of this tree here in the foreground. As you can see, that's going up this way, but we may adjust here in a second and see if we can capture all of that too. All right. All right, so I've adjusted the camera here a little bit. Now, one thing I don't like is I get a little bit too much of the sky in here that maybe not have a lot in it. But as you can see, still in a vertical, orientation, I've managed to get all the trees in here. And again, so we're at f11, 0.3 of a second, ISO 100. And I always use, mornings like this, I always try to use ISO at about 100. All right, so we can get that, give you an idea here. So you can see what I'm looking at. Now also the other thing to notice here, there's a little creek that comes in from this side. All right, and then the river here. Just a beautiful morning. It's good to be out. I think it's pretty interesting. You get up in the morning, you come out, you really don't know what to expect, especially when it's in the dark. And you drive out, to a location. And you don't always have to have epic hikes. This is not very far off the road, and a few hundred yards. But you come out here to shoot a bridge, which you see behind me, but yet the star ends up being the color off the distance, opposite of where the sun is at, opposite of where the bridge is, down the stream. Now whether or not these images turn out, it's hard to say. We'll see once we get a chance to look at them in Lightroom. But certainly, this is what makes for a great day as a photographer. The most important, really for anybody, as I said, I think in my last video, just get up, get off the couch, get out of bed, whatever it is, and just get out there and live life. Don't worry about, what people think of it. Don't worry about, whether it's absolutely perfect. Just get out and experience. I mean, I didn't expect this morning to come out and see this. I expected it just to come out here, get a picture of a bridge. I had no idea that the sky would turn up like it is, because there seems to be a little bit of clouds over here in the western sky. And it's great. We're picking it up and able to see it. It's a great experience, and this is how, this is the most important thing, is to get out and have experiences. And then you can be picky about all the different settings and everything you want to use from a photography standpoint. They're all important, foreground elements, everything, and using all the different tools. I wouldn't argue or disagree with any of those. But most importantly, is just get out and take pictures. And if the pictures look good to you, who else cares? All right, so thanks for coming along. Thanks for this, joining me on this journey. Till the next one, bye. And just a side note here, as we're getting ready to leave, the sun's decided to peek out, and you can see how it illuminates the top of the trees. This makes for a really interesting morning. But again, you don't see this stuff if you're sitting in bed or laying in bed in the morning. You got to get up when it's dark, get out, go experience. As you can tell, it's obviously cold this morning. The ground is covered in frost, but still, even though it's early March, things haven't really started to bloom out yet, and it's still really cold. Pretty darn spectacular, even for western Indiana. Anyway, hope everybody enjoyed. Thank you very much. Till we see you again. Bye.